Hello everyone, I am Dream Shakes and welcome to this news update video. So this is over 1.1. If you haven't already heard the news, this is a prototype that Outlook released. It will be down by Sunday, which is probably when this video is going to be posted because I'm late to recording this. But in case you haven't already heard the news, I am here to give you the updates, and we're going to go ahead and hop into the general changes. First, the main change that you are going to notice is that every character model has been updated. Every character has been changed. Every character looks different in some way, shape, or form. It's not a huge change gameplay wise, but obviously aesthetically it's going to be a lot different. And then there is the animation changes as well, which is another aesthetic change. Now a lot of characters will lunge when attacking, and it's just like, I don't know, it's different for sure because the lunge is a bit slower. It seems to slow animation, but it's also just like maybe got bigger range. I'm not really sure how to describe it. There's been multiple ability changes for the different characters. I will talk about that later in this video as I go through the line. The character icons have been changed. The hands around the icons, that means you're getting chased. I love that feature, obviously, so that's another aesthetic change. And there is now chase music that plays when you're being chased, and hand icons will appear around your character indicating that you are being chased. Those are the general changes that have been in play, but to get more into details, we're going to go ahead and talk about Tails changes. So Tails can now use the glide to go up. Before, if you knew about the disaster, Tails could only glide and go down. He could only glide off a surface and go down from that surface. Now he can use his glide to go up. There's also a number indicating Tails' stamina and how much he has left before he starts to slow down and he's not going to be able to go up anymore. Now, going up significantly decreases your stamina, so do keep that in mind. That is something that I've noticed. Your stamina will significantly decrease when you're going up. It just goes at a normal constant rate when you're going down, but going up significantly decreases it. But that's all that's been changed for Tails, besides obviously the model changes and whatnot, but that's happened for every character. So Amy Rose has had a significant change. She now has the hammer bounce instead of the hammer throw, which I know Lucky Doggo is going crazy over right now, and any other Amy main out there who is really good with the hammer throw. Now, why did Outlook do this? So I think Outlook is currently experimenting with abilities to see what people enjoy more. The hammer throw is definitely something that took a lot of skill to get off, and if you're someone as good as Lucky Doggo, it's definitely a great ability. But if you're not, I think that the hammer bounce can be more useful. It's just a mobility mechanic that allows you to get a little bit of height and get to places you wouldn't be able to otherwise by jumping. And I think it's very useful for new players, but as for skilled players, it probably is a downgrade. But that is Amy Rose's new ability. It did replace the hammer throw, but now she also lunges when she hammer attacks. I already talked about how the lunge animation is in play, but this affects Amy Rose as well as Knuckles. It affects any type of attacking animation, basically. Moving on to Shadow. Shadow had no significant changes. He still has the dash, but he did have the block replaced with Clash. Now, I don't know what the difference between a Clash and a block is. They seem to have the same effect, so I don't know like what the big difference deal was, but apparently block has been replaced with Clash. If someone could explain that in the comments to me, leave it down below. I don't know what the difference is, but apparently there is, because Shadow is now considered offense class. Before, I believe he was defense and mobility. Now he's mobility and offense, so that's also new. Some characters receive class changes, but I'm more worried about talking about the abilities rather than the class changes because I'm sure it still is subject to change. Knuckles obviously didn't have any huge changes either. Just like Amy, he now lunges when he punches, so you do have to keep that in mind. That's it for Knuckles. I mean, nothing really significant, just he lunges when using the punch. He doesn't have the Clash. He has the block still. It is different from Shadows. Shadows is considered a Clash. Knuckles is considered a block. So That's what I'm saying. There seems to be a difference, but I don't know what it is. So if someone knows that, please leave it in the comments because I do want to figure that out. And then we have Rouge. Rouge actually had one huge change, and that was it. Rouge has not been changed in any way as far as I can tell, except for that she had an added glide ability. Rouge can now glide. The thing that people have been begging for in the TD server for so long has finally come true, and Rouge has a glide ability now. There's no other changes to her as far as I know, but yes, she can now glide, and that is definitely a huge change. I think it's one that needs to be kept. Rouge is like one of those characters that needs a lot of mobility, but I don't feel like she has it, and I feel like this glide does it. I don't believe she can glide up. I still think that's exclusive to Tails, but she does have that glide ability now. And then lastly, we have Sally. Sally, there's no significant changes. This one is just one I wanted to mention. She now has an outfit change. Her outfit's a bit different than before, and while this isn't like a significant change or anything, I do still like seeing outfit changes, and I would still like to see, you know, different outfits and stuff for the characters, because I think it would add to the game. You know, having skins and stuff for like pets would just be cool, because it would just add to the game, you know. Like if someone, I don't know, maybe there's like a pet or something that costs like 5,000 coins or something, and maybe Outlook would make it to where you have to like play the game. You can't buy credits, and then you know that person's been playing for a while. You know you're in good hands, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously it's going to prove in the gameplay, but I still just think it would be cool. But as far as I know, that is all the significant changes for the 1.0 update. If I did miss anything, please leave it in the comments, because this is just what I've seen off first impressions. I don't know if there was any update logs. I didn't see any as far as I know. Just that he announced that this was out, and I played it, saw for myself what I saw, and that was it. But I hope this news update did keep you guys informed. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments, and I will see you all in the next one.